They trade away the headache being Stephon Diggs. They don't have to pay him. They bring in a dynamic big play wide receiver, and I loved Jefferson out of these wide receivers. I love Judy 1. I love Jefferson maybe 2. I loved him. You get him, you keep your other first-rounder, and you now have a 4, 5, and 6 as well. Mraz, the Vikings played this, in my mind, beautifully.
Yeah, I saw a couple people on Twitter last night around the NFL going, why would you trade Stephon Diggs only to replace him with a wide receiver? Well, what are you talking about? The value of not paying Stephon Diggs' contract and getting Jefferson in here for 4 or 5 years on a rookie deal where his ceiling could be higher than Stephon Diggs. To me, this was a slam dunk no-brainer. The offense now should not, in theory, miss a beat because you're not going to be worried about Adam Thielen not having another weapon on the outside to take some of the pressure off of him. I mean, it's hard not to love what the Vikings did, and that's a defense that, as they continue to maybe lose pieces, when guys become, harder to keep, to bring another corner in there and keep that defense afloat. I love what the Vikings did. It's almost impossible not to.
Kirk Cousins has no excuses. I mean, he really hasn't had excuses the last 2 years either, and the Vikings have not made it farther than the divisional round. But you have Adam Thielen, and now you add a big play rookie wide receiver as well. You still have Dalvin Cook. Right. You have a really good defense. It's familiarity. Everybody knows each other. There's not a bunch of new faces trying to fit into this chemistry. The Vikings should be really good again. And if you flip the money you have to pay Stephon Diggs, considering you've got to still pay Kirk Cousins, they just extended him. They've got to pay some of their defensive stars. They've got to pay Adam Thielen. They've got to ultimately pay Dalvin Cook. If you can flip, also, it wasn't like Stephon Diggs was a perfect camper. Had he been a great team guy, great locker room guy, happy to be there, etc., okay, I could maybe overlook it. But he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't like playing with Cousins. You get a bad attitude out. You save all that money. You replace him at the position. You have a rookie contract the next 4 or 5 years. And you have 4, 5, and 6. And you have your own first.